just finished a really good pole day at Planet Fitness, and I'll put the exercise that I did, how I track them. I just track them in the Notes app on my phone. I'll put that on the screen, and it's gonna be a little complicated. There's a lot of like extra symbols and stuff that I do. So maybe I'll do a part before this video about how I break down all that stuff. But yeah, so I started, today was pull, like I said, so that was back, biceps, and I did rear delt as well. I started with lat pull downs with the bar that's got the circles on the ends, so you hold it like this kind of grip instead of like this or this. And really, man, I worked that one, like very slow, controlled, almost a perfect set, honestly. Just big squeeze at the bottom, very slow on the eccentric. That was, well, you'll see the weights, sets and reps, but, and the rest times. That was a really good set. That's my big focus. I watched the video with Tennyson and Phil Heath, and it really changed like my entire lifting style about reducing the weight to the point where you can control it perfectly. Like your form like has to be perfect, because if you're not targeting the muscles that you want with perfect form, then all your other muscles, like your mind's gonna finish the rep. Like it's gonna do whatever it can to finish the rep. So if you're using a weight that you can't control entirely, like completely, for every rep of every set, you know, which maybe it changes a little towards failure and stuff like that, then you know you're not getting the best possible growth for the muscle you're trying to target. So since watching that video, I've really changed how I was lifting before. Now I want every movement, all sets, all reps to be perfect up to the point of muscular failure. Like anything from 0 all the way up to 36 or however many I'm doing, just absolute. It's like 3 or 4 cops pulling over one car on the highway to my side. So yeah, just have absolutely just like perfect reps. 4 cops. For one little car. So perfect reps for all the sets up until failure is where I'm at. So I did the side handle pull down. That was really good. And then I went, the whole system was back workout, bicep workout, back exactly. So I could have like maximum, a lot of recovery for the muscle group. So after the lat pull downs, I went to incline dumbbell curls, 45-degree bench, big stretch at the bottom, curl up. I started with 20, it was either 25 or 22.5s, and my form failed super early. I could tell in the first set when I did them. I did 3 sets of 10 on that one, 1 minute rest. I could tell when I did the first set that I picked a way too heavy weight, but then I still went through like second set. So I think I got like 5 reps until my form broke down, and then I just got up and I switched out for 20s. So basically a drop set. I just happened to do it halfway through the movement. And then, like I said before, perfect form, really focusing on peak contraction and slow eccentrics for the other 2 sets with the 20s. And that one that was okay. I don't know if I like that exercise so much for a couple reasons, but I don't have really time to get into them. And then after that, I went to seated cable row. I use like the regular bar that's made for pull downs, you know, that like one with the angle grips. I use that, so wide grip seated cable row, really focusing on like the mid back and getting into the traps. And that was a killer set. I don't think I've used that bar before, but that was 3 sets of 12, I believe, of that one. I would say, I think literally, except for 1 rep on my last set, That one felt perfect, and the RPE was, you know, right where it should be for sure. I even drop setted that one down to 55 pounds and just, you know, bombed out partials until failure, and still had really good form. So that was like, that's probably one of my favorite back exercises now. And then I went to preacher curls, and I had an absolutely perfect preacher curl set. I think I did 3 sets of 12 on the preacher curls, and it was like something about the seat height and the way I was leaning into the bench and not locking out on the bottom. It was like, probably from being warmed up from the exercise at that point, everything was spot on. From there, I went into face pulls. Face pulls, I started off way too high. I started off at 25 and the anchor was too high. From there, like, I could feel my triceps getting hit and my traps really just doing all the work. So I played around with the anchor height and I dropped the weight down to 15, and I found a really good, comfortable position, so that the big thing for me was like, it's a pull and the pull's fine, you know, but really you got to keep that, like, how do you explain it, like this, like almost like you're doing a bicep pose, right? So once you get that like rotation there, for me, that, like, I could feel my rear delt just popping from that. Unfortunately, that was like 4 sets into my last, or 4 reps into my last set when I finally got it right. So next time I go back, I just have to remember that movement and, you know, do it all proper. From there, I did rope hammer curls, and low-key, I lost it. I wasn't even close on getting proper form for any of those. Something about the way I do it just doesn't feel quite right. I think it's hard to explain, but like how I was doing it, but I think I know the way to do them right now. I'm gonna keep my elbows kind of like tucked in and back more, so I get like a bigger stretch. The way I'm doing them was totally not right. So that was the workout for today. It's gonna be, and then 30 minutes of cardio after that, never skip. That was the day. All right, I'm pulling into my apartment. Bye-bye.